Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network, and specifically here today for this episode of Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I tried my phone in again, but hopefully we'll have a great female guest here shortly. But she's trying to jump on. She's let's just say time difference. Other the point to say, but either way, hopefully we'll have her on, and even if not, she'll simply be going over to the Royal Rumble, Raw and SmackDown, kind of just mainly Royal Rumble, of course. A show that was, I would say, pretty good. Certainly did enjoy it. Ups and downs for sure, but all in all, I do see was good. I certainly did enjoy it. I certainly, it was interesting to see how the show started and went. And even the pre-show. Sorry, sorry, it's a long day, even though I didn't have to work. But either way, yeah. So overall, I think WWE was good. Yes, I'm not using my microphone for this episode. Um, I'm just lucky to quickly do this episode in general. So maybe I can go get it. Hold on. But yeah, like I said, the show, the event, I think it was very interesting for sure to see how the Rumble itself went and just the planning of it. And from hearing from who was in charge of that, made it even more interesting. Check 1, 2, 3. But either way, sorry about that. But either way, I certainly did enjoy it, and I certainly found it entertaining and fun. How the show went. So I certainly expected it to be good. And I also thought that even with some of the matches that maybe need to be in the card, still overall Royal Rumble was a good show. And as always with our Royal Rumble, with being the second, if not to some fans, the number one pay-per-view of WWE, even over WrestleMania in some fans' eyes, which is fine. That the Royal Rumble itself, the matches, are what sells the event. And for the women's Rumble now and the men's and both of them and how those went and just entertaining aspect of those matches are always going to deliver, even if to individuals not be the best matches, whether personal reasons of who they wanted to win or other reasons but still the Rumble itself with surprises and returns and other things happening during a Rumble, there's always something to sink your teeth in and to be interested in and find fun and entertaining. But like anything, it's not always going to be perfect, and people will have their opinions on things like here especially for the women's Rumble and the Santina moment, or with Santino Morella's womaning and that character again for a moment. How that was liked by some and not by others. And I see both sides of it. It's just a funny, entertaining moment in the Rumble, but to others, kind of distasteful and taking a spot away from other superstar. But that was a plan. That was a plan. I think that was more so the plan due to the fact that Sasha Banks wasn't there. Wasn't able to be there, which to me was fine. I know I was saying on Twitter that there's a reason why I was enjoying the Rumble more without her part of it, because I'm not the biggest fan of hers. Though I respect her, I'm just not crazy about her in that way. So, but even my personal fandom aside, still enjoyed how the women's Rumble specifically, as we're talking about right now, as I'm talking about, went pretty well. And that spot with Otis and Mandy Rose, and how that's continuing on, like it happened on SmackDown and whatnot. I certainly have found that highly interesting, and I guess its own way entertaining. To see that's where that goes. Though we kind of have an idea where probably will, but still, the journey is always as interesting as the conclusion, right? The journey of it, building it up to whatever the end will be, and the conclusion to be from there. So I certainly will stay invested and see how that all goes, and I am sure it'll be fun, in some way. However, and whoever, believes in it, enjoys it, and finds it entertaining, and I do think that it does have legs and be able to be of something, and that's cool too. Sorry about, like I said, just still waiting on my guest of honor, or not any other person that's able to. If you are watching live, welcome to leave a comment, share your thoughts on the Royal Rumble and how you think the show went, and subsequently the Raw and SmackDown this week. Happy for Drew McIntyre, winner of the Men's Rumble, and even for Charlotte Flair. I know a lot of people don't like Charlotte because of who she is and who her family is, but she's earned her stripes, so to speak, in WWE on her own, with her own talents. Because just because she's a Flair does not mean that she's always automatically going to be able to do certain things. Like you have it helps, foot in the door, all that other stuff. But in the beginning of your career, but once you get that foot in the door, and really using your father's reputation or whoever's that's helping you, maybe your father's friend or this and that, whoever is getting your foot in the door, if not no family member, they're sticking their neck out for you because they believe in you. In this case, in Rick's case, love you to his father is of her. It's just that's great. But if she does not or did not do well, then that looks upon the person that is suggesting to give him a chance, a family member or otherwise. Just like in life, in any other job or any job, you see someone or you're friends with someone that you think would be a good fit for where you work, and you give the suggestion to your manager, or you yourself are the manager, and say, okay, maybe she suggested it, but it's on them to be the qualified person you thought they would be and think they are from what they tell you, right? To them for that, but then it's also reflecting on you because you're sticking your neck out by suggesting this person. Hold on. But yeah, hopefully we can have some but either way, the point is Charlotte is great, and her and Alexa Bliss are my top two regards to favorites in the women's division. Certainly seen when I have had praise for Liv Morgan and Mandy Rose that I think can given the chance truly an opportunity by WWE, they can be future women's champions, even with the plethora of great women talent that have in NXT and NXT UK and otherwise that are coming up the ranks, right? It's going to get to a point with, what they're going to do with Naomi, Natalia, and of course, veterans can return at any point they want, in regards to returns, but still surprises. But the future of the women's division and what all that entails. And I certainly think the sky's the limit for the women's division. It's going to be interesting to see, though, who's going to be the leader of that division. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. Certainly won't be Bayley, but Bayley is the champion for now, and it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how she's actually going to be holding that championship. I don't expect it to be for too much longer, let alone WrestleMania, maybe being when she drops the title. Sorry. But either way, it's certainly going to be fun. It's going to be a fun road to WrestleMania, and even with other things coming into play, I do see the women's title matches for both Raw and SmackDown to could be ones that be seen as match of the night to some at WrestleMania. And however they're going to be set up for. And whoever show is actually going to be challenging for the women's championship. And the men's side, with Bray Wyatt as the champion, we get Brock Lesnar, who's part of the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre and Brock. Probably will have Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt or The Fiend facing off at WrestleMania in the men's title matches, but there's other aspects to think of in regards to the building of the card or building of what will be the show that is WrestleMania. So I'm certainly going to be entertained and interested to see where that goes moving forward. But yeah, like I said, hopefully my guest will be able to join me. She's be joining us from another country, so major time difference. That's why I was lucky to get this show when I started because it's really late in the evening where she is at. But it'd be nice, and that's why I thought it'd be nice to have a female perspective, which I haven't had for a while since Becky left the show a while ago. So hopefully that'll be the case. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine, and just wait till then. I think in regards to other things in the wrestling world, I know there's a lot of things going on in other sports, and the Super Bowl being tomorrow and such for the football world. The official ending of the season. Announcements for the Hall of Fame happening today. People finding out. I know there's a Green Bay Packer that may have made it as a finalist. Leroy Butler. See if he makes it to the Hall of Fame this crack at it. But beyond that, as the wrestling, not too much to really say in regards to the Royal Rumble, in regards to Raw and SmackDown. I guess beyond saying congratulations to Braun Strowman winning the championship, becoming the Universal Champion, defeating Shinsuke Nakamura last night, Friday night on SmackDown. Dang it. Oh, I see cameras here. Everything Pro Wrestling. Thanks for stopping by. Saying hello. Everybody check out his channel, see his reviews and thoughts in regards to Royal Rumble and other things, not just WWE. He does cover other companies. So he's always working. He's always talking about something, and it's not just WWE like I do. Usually he talks about other events, other companies, as I just said. So check him out there. Everything Pro Wrestling on Twitter at EPW Show as well. But I'm sure you can just Google search it and you'll find all the social media stuff, and of course here on YouTube. Subscribe. But in regards to wrestling, in regards to WWE and the WWE bubble and WWE world that I live in and enjoy immensely, I think the biggest question for me is in regards to what is WWE going to do with superstars that are disgruntled. I know I just heard a report in regards to the revival, regards to money offered to them, regards to them asking for release. I mean, WWE is smart enough to let Luke Harper walk and go, and soon, hope, maybe, probably, we'll be seeing him in AEW. And that might be the same for the revival, but WWE's got to be smart about it and what they're going to do to handle it. I think the classy way and the smart way would be to grant them the release and let them go. Sorry, just trying to be able to get in here. I don't know, sometimes it's harder to get into a call than usual. But yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest thing for WWE. Regards to what they can do with their potential superstars and if they're going to grant releases or not, and how the effects of AEW, which I talked about over, that I talked with Hubbard, Hubbard Sports, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly a couple of weeks ago. We talked about the whole topic of AEW and 1 year later and how things are going, how it affects the business. Well, WWE superstars that are disgruntled, or even wrestlers at other companies, using that as leverage, using that as something to try to get more money. I think even Randy Orton did that, and he probably wasn't going to be going anywhere. So, either way, whether you know they're bluffing or not, WWE has to take it seriously and go going that way. And I think in regards to the revival, again, I think it'd just be great and best just to let them go. Cut your losses for them and move forward. Very interesting duel on SmackDown. Miz and Morrison winning a fatal four-way to become number one contenders to face the New Day for SmackDown Tag Team titles in the future. Congratulations to them, but still, it's surprising to me, I guess. He just came back. I'm not saying they're going to win the tag team titles. I'm just saying the fact that they're all ready with them being back together, Miz and Morrison, to begin that tag team title match. I really do think that if you want to keep running with this whole Mandy Rose Otis thing, which again, highly entertained by it and such, certainly ship it, but then why not have Otis Tucker being number one contenders and battling for the tag team titles, whether or not they're going to win it? That's not, to me, not the point. The point is just having them in the picture and having them battling for the tag team titles. I think they did once before, but more so now with the side storyline with Otis and Mandy. I mean, just like in regards to the Raw side, Street Profits, kind of newer, taking even more than Heavy Machinery to the main roster, and with the comical but highly entertaining backstage segments on Raw that they do, almost acting and playing the correspondents themselves, like what Renee Young used to be and otherwise, but still being great in the ring, and I think they as well do deserve to get title opportunities. But either way, well, but all in all, even with interesting decisions and interesting ways things are going moving forward. All right, sorry about that. But either way, it's going to be interesting to see how things go moving forward, and I look forward to seeing how the Royal Rumble and the effects of said Royal Rumble, um, are moving forward for superstars, for shows, and for events, and generally going to be interesting to see if or see where Charlotte's going to go. The rumors in regards to her match, what's going to be for WrestleMania, and if it is what people are predicting or saying, then that certainly would be a surprise and different. But I don't know. I mean, I think there's other avenues they can go in, and also men's side of things, how things are going to go there. But either way, you're about 22 minutes of time. Um, Ravens coach of the year makes sense. Sorry, just alerts in regards to awards for the NFL stuff. But yeah, certainly highly entertained with the Royal Rumble, and highly looking forward to seeing how the things are to the road to WrestleMania, and just thinking, as I do every year, because I think last year I said the same thing heading into WrestleMania for the WrestleMania prediction show that when the women's title is going to steal a show. I just feel that that's always the case to be, could be true. They've been doing well with their women's title matches, and I certainly think, especially with WrestleMania season and such, even though we have to get through other events and such before we get to WrestleMania itself in April, that whatever to be set up and to happen, I think it's going to be enjoyable, great, and looking forward to seeing how things are. And like I said, that's why I was looking forward to having a female guest to talk about the Women's Royal Rumble and her perspective on it, and other things in regards to the Women's Rumble and those things. But we are having an issue with that. But for me, I always believe in the women's division, and for me, as much as people were upset in regards to the Santina moment at number 29 and stuff in the Women's Royal Rumble match, I just found out what it was, and that was entertainment in a comedy spot. And I didn't really see it so much of a taking a spot away or disrespecting the women's evolution. Because if that was the case and WWE felt that at all, they wouldn't have done that, and they wouldn't have had that to be craftily executed or done in regards to the spot in the moment and Santino being Santina in the Women's Royal Rumble. So, whatever people think of it, at least for myself, having no issue with it. In all due respect. So, like I said, all in all, good show, good Raw and SmackDowns. I just wonder, especially on the men's side, in regards to with the WWE title match and the Universal title match, how they're going to deliver, and they're going to be able to deliver as well as I assume or think and hope that the women's division will at WrestleMania with their title matches. Also have to think in regards to the perspective of NXT and their presence at WrestleMania. Will they have their own title matches at WrestleMania? Probably not, because they have the NXT Takeover show. But you never know now, right? NXT a third brand, not just not just a developmental, but not just a other show. So as much as we do have the NXT Takeover shows the night before big events, I don't know. But either way, it shall be interesting to see how things are, and if oh, sorry, I just saw that she was here, and unfortunately she left. Yeah, um, I feel bad about that. Like I'm usually away from this main tab. I was actually in a different tab while I was talking. But oh yeah, so it looks like Leroy Butler has not been selected for this Hall of Fame, and I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but yeah, it's unfortunate to see how that went down. In regards to that part of it, we're gonna see if she's able to rejoin. I think here for now. So wait to see if my guest is able to rejoin. Feel bad about that. She was able to be here, but then left when I finally noticed she was here. But yeah, is there everybody gonna be having a Super Bowl party? Gonna be enjoying the Super Bowl? I know for me, I had my NFL podcast, which I had a great guest for that, and Jaden Steele was kind enough to join me for that, so that was awesome. And also, he had another guest that he brought in later in the show, so check out and find out who that other person was. Teasing. But either way, we all agreed for the prediction going with the 49ers. The more and more I talk about it, the more and more I talk about the game and talk about like matchups and this and that and the X's and O's of the game itself, more and more I think it's going to be 49ers blowout, but I hope that's not the case. I want it to be close, but I still want the 49ers to win. Not just because I predict them to win, but because I think they are the best team and better team. I think they've shown that throughout the whole NFL season that they're the best in the NFL. And I know the Ravens were on their heels in regards to the best, in regards to how much they were shutting down defenses and Lamar Jackson just be going crazy. And I know Kyron was enjoying that. Our bud, our friend Kyron. But Ravens ran into the Titans, and the Titans ran into the Chiefs. So I think it's apropos to have the 49ers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And with Joe Montana and Alex Smith being two guys, maybe not the only two, but the only two that I would know of right now, the only two on the planet that can guarantee their former teams to win, because both of them play for both franchises, 49ers and Chiefs. So Alex Smith will always be linked with Aaron Rodgers because of that NFL draft, but either way, choices were made and worked out, at least for Green Bay and for Aaron in his own right. But anyways, just waiting here. So I'm talking about football, waiting for my a female guest, for my guest to be able to see if she's able to rejoin and be able to share her thoughts on the Royal Rumble and other stuff. Hmm. 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 Sorry, I'm just thinking of things I have to do here later today. But I might as well already promote myself. Welcome to find me on Twitter at the Ramble _WWE. Find me on my new Instagram. It's Stephen K _06. Of course, you can find me on Facebook, Steven C. Capoon, and um, Instagram as well, Snapchat, Stevie K _06. Other Twitters at Army _strong _06, my personal handle. But yeah, as much as I want to end it here, I still want to wait and see if she's able to join in. So I'll just wait here, fortunately. I did a lot of tweeting this morning. People were over at my personal handle at Army _strong _06. I was doing a lot of tweeting. I was up, was babysitting my nephew last night into the morning and stuff like that. So I was tweeting early morning and through the morning just about random stuff. One thing about hostess stuff. One thing about a celebrity in a TV show and how awesome she is, and about other things and whatnot. So welcome to check that out. Also about the Bucks and whatever. Some randomness, some other things. Well, that was very nice of her to say. I'm talking to her as we're trying to get back on. She talked about how the episode seemed to be good so far. Well, she was, waiting for me, unfortunately, um, to join her add her to the call and whatnot. Um, but she just simply said, you seem very knowledgeable. And hey, I'm not the only one, right? If I was the only one, then I'd be the one with WWE having a podcast. You know what I mean? So I'm not the only one. Let alone only one on YouTube. Like I said, Conrad, who was here watching live earlier, and left that hello comment. Um, he's a smart guy. How Wrestling Weekly post there. He's Sean Hubbard, and many others. Kyron, Malik, um, Mounties Corner, Solo Monster, good mic work, BC Amplified in his own way. At times, JD from NY. So yeah, there's many that are also knowledgeable, and females as well, not just men. Sometimes women know more too. So it's not just a man's business. It's a people business, and just as broadcasting is in journalism. Now I don't really want to go into that rabbit hole about talking about members of women in the broadcasting journalism business, but my point is, I thank her for saying that, but there are many others that are not very knowledgeable as well, and definitely check them out. Um, their various platforms of media for their shows and for their opinions being shared about wrestling or about football, about whatever sport or entertainment that they're talking about. I mean, Sean Hubbard, he talks about boxing, MMA, UFC, and other like combat sports. So, but either way, like I said, welcome to check those out as well. Like I said, I'm still waiting to see if she's able to. What are you doing? Oh, guess what? I'm done today. I'm actually been watching Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel. I don't know if anybody else watches that. I'm just bringing this up because it's like I said, waiting for my guest. But um, they have some good series that are there. Some that I've seen their movies and episodes many times, but still highly entertaining. I've always been wanting to murder mysteries. That's why I play whodunit games on Twitter, um, solving crimes. But the TV shows and the cast and how those go, I certainly find enjoyable as well. As much as I watch Ghost Adventures and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I'm just saying that because that's what I've been watching today. A marathon of a specific series on Hallmark Murder Mysteries channel or whatever that is officially called, Hallmark. Um, I mean, hey, it's so highly popular. It's literally its own channel. Excuse me. That type of because it's always interesting. Always people are always drawn. Not always, but I'm just saying people that to be a high amount of people that are drawn to that sort of shows or movies. Being like I just still trying to figure it out before finding out, sort of thing, in the show or the movie. Um, well, just my guest who was one of you who joined me, Tasha on Twitter at Tasha XX Rollins. Um, find her there. Hopefully, we have her on. She might be able to for a short time. It's almost midnight where she is, so we'll see. But yeah, so the hard part trying to plan things while you're in the middle of doing it, of the show. So wait until she replies. And then go from there. Not able to, then I'll just sign off and finish off because I do have other things to do here today. But I want to be able to fit this in to have her as a guest. It's unfortunate when things fall through and not work. Kind of aggravating, but also understandable. And yes, I know I don't have to share it on here, but I do. I wear my heart on my sleeves in a sense, and I share things, whether I need to or not. She'll probably say she's unable to because it is almost midnight, but at least just wanted to ask. Do her. Oh, dang it. Alright, well. And like I said, unfortunately, like I said, I promoted her to be on here. Unable for her to be here. Hopefully she's able to make it in the future. Again, she's on Twitter, Tasha XX Rollins. And I feel bad because she was here for a short time and I didn't see her there. That's her handle there for those to reach out or follow her or whatever. But unfortunately, it's not able to join and not able to be part of things. But like I said, she was there, and then I just wasn't able to catch her in time in regards to because I was on another tab on my computer. It wasn't on this StreamYard actual episode tab on my computer because I have so many open tabs. But anyways, either way, I think I'm just gonna go. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy tomorrow for the Super Bowl and other stuff. I'll be back with other videos that I have to do before my personal deadline of 11:59 p.m. Sunday. And we'll go from there in regards to videos and stuff. And then next week, another show, and we just move on, march forward. All right. Anyways, yeah. Bye bye as always. Take care.